Well, a little wind. There's a bed.
Oh, there's.
Okay. Hey, bully.
I'll probably check it.
You're a good boy. You're good.
It's coming up. There's one there.
Okay. All right. Oh, they're all here.
Okay.
Well, it's the original one.
Yeah.
Snap the skid off because the skid was rotted anyways. Okay, this one stayed intact. Babies are here.
Oh, wait, where's the doggy sheet? She's
Why did I overbuild the barn? I don't know. Why did I put all those 2x4s in? Yeah, it's supporting the weight. All here and accounted for.
Just look over him. Winston, get out of here. I need to see the whole thing. Get out of here. Get out of here. Man, the one we put stuff to get the water in.
We built it pretty good, Mama. Our barn is holding our barn.
I'm afraid it's gonna like shift. That's the fear.
It lifted it. It just literally lifted it because it was sitting right here. It literally. Okay, so that one skid snapped off on the front, which I'm not totally surprised at. All the cows are accounted for. All the cows are good. So all cows look like they're happy munching. Yeah.
Everyone has no major noticeable injuries. So.
Nobody's jumping around. Nobody's laying. Nobody's bleeding. Okay.
No one has a pant leg at a weird angle.
Yeah, this is good. What? Okay, so the rafters are hemlock, which they were 100 years old on most of the growth rings. Whenever we got them, when we pulled them out of an old school, they were demolishing. And then used them to build parts of this barn, and that's why those rafters held up pretty darn good. So glad to have them. Yeah, we're good.
So once we assessed the damage, we began to make a plan as to what we were going to do to get our barn right side up. Let the flippin' adventure begin. He's trying to push it square so we can brace. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, so we took the 2x12s that we saw it on our mill a while ago, had them under cover. I made them an A brace onto here. Added one of the boards. We used to store hay in this when we only had sheep, so that was a good place to put it up out of the reach. I know it's upside down. So added that back in. Then because we're going to pull up here with a chain, and we're going to pull this way, added 2 of those straps. They're good for 6,000 pounds. I'm kind of hoping to hold. Reattached that piece there. Added an extra angle piece in there with some GRKs. Added these 2 braces here. Put plywood down across to give it some rigidity. Added that little chunk of 2x6 across here to help. And then added some corner behind me. So yeah, I think we'll be good. I mean, I'd like to go ahead and add some other braces, but and I put a metal strap, one of those T straps on that to kind of hold that all together a little bit too, so it doesn't pull out. So yeah, we'll try it. And down here we got a log for it to roll over top of and pile of tires. We're gonna go ahead and put the logs down. So I gotta get the chainsaw, cut that piece of pine off the knobs a little bit, and then we're gonna take old tires, have a few, and put them in here for it to roll on top of. Might work. So I'm crawling in here to add another strap or tighten up one of the straps. I used the standard 3,300 pound straps from the header across the front that's open. I put 2 of them on there up to that angle brace, so I'm in there tightening those 2 yellow straps up to make sure they're nice and snug, which worked out quite well. Then here in this next slide, you'll see on that brace on the right hand side, I added 2x4 chunks on there because I could not crawl up that brace. It was really, really hard. So in order to get a chain on there, that's what I had to do, to crawl up to get on it, to get the chain on it, and then to get the chain on the bucket. So hold on, here comes the fun. This part's difficult. I was just testing the lift to see chain would hold, wood would hold, bracing was hold. I was just trying to move a little bit at a time, so if something didn't work or was going to break, it wouldn't be that high up in the air. And then you can see we have the tractor over there, the 444, the bucket beside it. So that's if something's coming forward, to go ahead and hit it so it doesn't just slam down to the ground. But yeah, the test lift went okay, so we're going to keep going here. Right here I stopped to readjust the tires for the landing pad for when we flip it down. That's the other reason we have that tractor there with the buckets, so it doesn't flip forward and crush me and kill me. Obviously this is very, very dangerous, so don't do this at home, kids or parents or anybody. So here we go. This was also very fun because the starter solenoid went out of the backhoe, and yeah, so we couldn't shut it off, so we just had to let it run, and we were having problems getting the 444 started. So hey, look for the videos where both of those get new starter solenoids. So as we pull it up right here, it's balancing on those tires sitting on top of that large pine log, and it did not crush the overhang off the back, so that is great.
Now this part was a bit challenging. Aaron had to slowly and carefully drive the backhoe forward without brakes, while I drove the tractor backwards at the same time, at the same speed, to try to do this safely.
So I had instructed Jess here to be ready on the controls to let that bucket drop in a heartbeat, because that much weight on that bucket would probably flip her out of the seat of the tractor, flip the tractor. So she was on the ready to lower it quick.
And gently down.
Whew. Sigh of relief there. Wow, I can't believe we actually did this. Thank you, dear God. Thanks, Dad. Dad teach me how to move heavy stuff from coal mines. It pays off. Use of those tires was key in getting all this to land safely. Wow, glad we did that. Well, for having a barn sit on the barn roof that we built, yeah, as Jess pointed out, some shock stress whenever it slammed down on it. It popped some paint, but yeah, we're pretty good. Yeah, even my wing held up. Like, y'all haven't seen the inside of one of these. We have other videos, but here's why. That's why this didn't go anywhere. Yeah, so I have a foot in between, 6 inches, 6 inches, foot in between, and then king joist down. Now that was snapped before that one, but yeah, we're good. And and here's the other thing, it was more money, but I used true 2x4s the whole way across. And the ones I used were truss grade. Place by Me actually makes trusses, and I got truss grade 2x4s for going across. That made all the difference in the world. The original barn, for being on its roof, looks pretty good. Okay, so the log worked. That helped keep the weight off of the rafters on the top, and the tires cushioned it, so it gave it clearance. So yeah, I busted the corner up a little, but it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And I had a helpful daughter, a bunch of them. I had a bunch of helpful daughters and the wife that made it possible, so they did a wonderful job. Yeah, they were big help, so wow. All right, now we got to lift it up just a little bit. Once we lift it up, we can get these cross boards out, and that's pretty straightforward. So, sweet. What do you think, dear?
Let's do it.
Huh?
Let's do it.
The use of the tires was great. So, we got them out now. And my daughter's exhausted from the work we've been doing, but we got it done. And nobody got hurt, and the barn's fine, and none of the cows got hurt or died. Huge win. Praise be to God. Hey, thanks for watching our flippin' adventure, and we'll see you next time on the farm.